Batman time! Hello, welcome to another figure review. Today we're gonna have a look at the DC Collectibles, the new Batman Adventures Batgirl figure. The DC Collectibles Batman Adventures or New Adventures, Animated Adventures, the old Batman cartoon. I've been skipping back and forth with this line. When it started, I got the Batman and the Robins and like the Catwoman. I think that were the first three I got. And then I kind of saw it on the line because DC Collectibles, they look cool, but some stuff is not really lining up, and I'm kind of back at it again. It's just like, I don't know. I'm only gonna get the figures now that I really want, and I'm gonna review them. So let's go. Wow, this one actually stands, which is one of the problems of the line. But let's have a look at the size. She stands at about almost 13 and a half, 14 centimeters. If you're going to the top of the bat ears, that would be 14. And for your inches, that's 5.5. Pretty much top of the bat ears. Overall look and design of the figure. I like the face sculpt. It's nicely done. You got the big blue eyes and eyelashes. It's kind of weird. It looks like the mask is going around the eyes, and then over the eyes, it's kind of like the skin color spot, but it's just like because she has them big eyelashes. We have a little bit of a slip there in the paint. This is DC Collectibles. This is not a Figma or Figure Arts. It's a different price point. So those things are a lot less of a problem than it is in most of my other reviews. I just gotta mention that, guys, because sometimes people are like, oh, well, you're so lenient in that regard and not lenient in another review, but that's price point obviously is a huge thing here. You got the hair in the back, which is a bit more shiny, contrast to the black in it, which is, it's kind of this black paint job, which is really scratchy. I feel like it's like this matte paint tone, and just as soon as you touch it, there will be some scratches on it. So once again, one of these things, if you want to play around with the figure, probably not the best paint job. Then you have the soft plastic cape with the blue. It has some whatever stains on it, and the yellow in the front also doesn't look the cleanest, has some lines over there. And you might have noticed already the belt, yeah, has tons of paint bleeding. Looks pretty bad in some parts, which is only the belt. The bat symbol looks good enough. There's a little bit here and there, but yeah, it's alright. Same for the gloves, clean for the most part. And then there's some plastic sticking out over there. As we move down, the hips, they don't lie, and the yellow boots also come without paint bleeding. Well, they're connected over there, so you don't have paint bleeding if you just put the different part on there. And that's really it. Simple design, but it's definitely looking like a Batgirl animated with the weird proportions and the tiny feet. For the articulation and yeah, head, it moves around. The hair is somewhat soft. You can lift it up, and you could probably get it all the way around. I do not want to fidget around or break it off, but it doesn't really move forward, doesn't really move to the back, doesn't really move side to side. Completely blocked by the hair and just everything. Then you got a hinge that's packed in the shoulder, so you can bring that up and down, rotate it around. Same thing with everything else, really. You have the hinge in the shoulder, up and down, rotation, hand, up and down, it's stuck, up and down, rotation around. Oh, what the hell was that? Nothing in the torso area, just zero, and the legs moves forward a little bit. I don't wanna bash it too much. Doesn't really go to the back, but they have a butt mold. Priorities. Moves out to the side pretty nicely. Looks super wonky though. I don't even want to go there. Simple hinge in the knee can also, well, that not really rotates, but it's the same idea. And as established, you have a swivel at the boots and an ankle rocker, which goes very well side to side, and it looks okay. It's a little bit wonky. Seems like the yellow has a bit of a different color. Doesn't really stick out too much, but it is there. And wow, back and forward motion. Is it stuck again? There we go, a little bit. And back. Yeah, sure. is there, it works. Tiny, tiny accessories. As such, I have to keep it in the plastic because, look at my, if I try to put this in my finger, all these hands will just fall off, fall to the ground. So, we have like an open hand for the batarang. One where the batarang's all, well, the grappling hook is already in there. Open hand, and the same one for the other side. And then 2 more grabbing hands and fist hands for your figure. I'm sorry for the reflecting plastic, but I'm saying that there's more of that. You got a batarang. Look how small this is. This is like, I can't... yeah, anyway. And then we got 2 pieces of the grappling hook, which you can just combine. You already have a hand with it, so I don't really get the idea. Well, I guess this one's yellow. If you want to have a black one, you can have it. But okay. There's that, and then there's the awful, awful, awful base. It looks great. I love the turnarounds from the original design. It's fantastic, but the base itself is trash. I still don't understand how we can live in a time where Figma and SH Figuarts, they do amazing bases, like even Storm Collectibles do amazing bases, and then somebody like DC Collectibles comes in and goes like, we're not gonna copy that, we're gonna do like the amazing turnaround base with the design on it, and then give you this crap. What is this crap? Well, why is this crap? First of all, it doesn't have an arm to move up and down. Second, it sticks out way too long, weirdly over here. I'm gonna cut that off. And third, look at these arms. Look at these arms, and then look at the figure. Does that look good? Huh? Does that look good? Yeah, that looks great. Oh, good. Yay. Cool. And it doesn't even work that well. They should have done the Figma treatment and just gave everybody a hole in the back and a pack to pack in and an arm. And then put it on here, and you can put the figure in all kinds of battle poses. But as such, you cannot put the figure in battle poses because really the feet are too small and the joints also aren't really strong enough in some parts. Around the shoulders, yeah, but I guess the leg's not really keeping up. And you don't have a good base, so you can't really do anything with it. And here we got her on the Storm Collectibles mini base, not included with this figure, but look, this is way better. Well, the clamp is still pretty big, but hey, still better than this. It's really unfortunate that I can't use that. So, anyway, final thoughts of this figure. I mean, it's the same thing. That's the reason why I kind of stop and I come back to the series. The design is awesome. The look is amazing. It really gives me that nostalgic feel of the old school Batman show, which just... yes, we want that. That's what we wanted all this time along. But it's DC Collectibles, and as such, articulation is good for the most part. Paint job is good for the most part. At the price point, very important, these DC Collectibles, Batman animated, they are like what? Around 20, 25, sometimes even less dollars. So, you know, obviously, it's a big departure from like the Figuarts and the Figuarts, which I usually review here, which are like 60 to 70 bucks. So there you go, price point overall. And the amount of accessories you're getting for this figure, I mean, the whole package is pretty good. The main issue I have is this. Because you could do some poses, but you can't really do some poses because you don't have a good base for it. And I still recommend her for Batman fans. And just, you know, it's a cool figure. So that's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever Batgirl wants.